Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and the greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name has been every day on this channel. I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money and crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Here at BitBoy Crypto, our mission statement is empowering people to find financial freedom through crypto assets. We come to you live every single day at 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe we'll come to you a little bit earlier. Today is November 4th, Thursday. It's 75 degrees here in the BitBoy Crypto studio. Yeah, we had a very interesting, we're a little bit late today. We were on Pomp Show this morning. So if you guys want to go check that out, you can go to Anthony Pompliano's channel. If you just search Pomp, it should come up. Yeah, Anthony Pompliano right here. Click on that. We were just on his channel. He's live right now. And we got into a very, very, very intense conversation. And look, I hold nothing against Pomp. I made some statements about his opinions on Shiba. The truth is our opinions on Shiba aren't that much different.
No.
The fact is, though, the way we look at the person who invests in Shiba, I think that's where we really differ. I celebrate the people who make money any way they make it. Even if you made money with SafeMoon, which I think is a straight up scam, I'm happy for you. Like, I'm happy when people make money. And, you know, I don't know if that's always the case, you know, with his opinions on coins. But if you guys missed that interview, it was intense.
Electric.
Zach Prater says, I roasted TF out of Pomp. Go BitBoy. Well, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate that. I'm not going to say I roasted him. I'm just going to tell you I was authentic with what I believe 100%. And where you make your decision on, you know, who you felt like won that debate or whatever, I mean, that's on you guys to make. At the end of the show, we said we have no problems with each other, and he's going to come on this show maybe one day next week. I'll be in Vegas, so maybe we'll schedule for a couple weeks out. We'll talk about Bitcoin. I mean, this guy's been in crypto forever. Okay, yeah. This is a guy who has a lot of valid opinions, and he definitely is somebody to be respected. I respected him. I've had him on my podcast before, which he didn't seem to remember that he was on my podcast because I wasn't anybody back then.
Yeah, well, and it was Beards and Bitcoin, right?
It was Beards and Bitcoin.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's what you said is important there. Like, it ended well. You know, he said he respects us. We respect him. Obviously, we all put a lot of energy into helping people learn about digital assets and changing their lives with it. And I think that was good. I mean, I think at the end of the day, like you said, his opinions, his mission isn't really that much different than our mission and our opinions. So as long as we can all have mutual respect and conversations, that's what it's all about. So the fact that you know, you were able to go on there and have that conversation with him, I think is good. And we'd always love to have him on here to share his opinions too, because like you said, he's very smart. I mean, he's been doing this for a while. So.
Absolutely. So this basically came from some comments that I made on the channel a couple days ago about Pomp. It was nothing, you know, not saying he was a bad person. I just said I didn't like what he said about Shiba and the people that invest in Shiba. And then I certainly didn't like the way he characterized me and my channel. I think he was just kind of doing it off the cuff. I don't think that's what he kind of meant to do. But then today he came with some stuff trying to do it again. And I feel like we definitely shut that down. I just, there's nothing I hate more than being misportrayed. Did you know misportrayed is not actually a word? It's not actually
mischaracterized.
Yeah, mischaracterized, misportrayed. And, you know, I'm very authentic. You know, if you can't tell from that interview, you get me all the time. Like, there is no different me. It doesn't exist. So people that meet me in person know that. People that come on this channel know that. So all I can do is give my opinion 100%. And, you know, I'm very passionate about what we built here with this channel. So Damon Carney says, Beards and Bitcoins, bring it back. UBT finally. What is UBT?
I don't know.
He's talking about Unibright? Beards and Bitcoins. That was a podcast me and Jay Chains used to do. We don't do that anymore. He does New Money Gang. But anyways, guys, somebody said wrongly portrayed is the best way to say it. So, guys, congratulations to the Atlanta Braves.
Let's go.
Let's go. Chop, chop, chop. Or yeah, Ozzy Albies posted a Instagram video that had me in the background doing that, which was pretty fun. But anyways, guys, had fun at the World Series. I'm going to Las Vegas leaving Friday. DZ will be doing the show tomorrow. We're going to do remote live streams. Should be every day next week from Las Vegas. It worked out very well. I wish I could show them that picture.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it was ghetto.
I can put it on the Trello if you want to pull it up in a minute.
Yeah, let's do that. So you guys can see how I had to set this up. I wanted to buy a, like, not a selfie holder. What would you call that?
A cell phone stand.
Yeah, a cell phone stand, but they didn't have them in the terminal I was in. I went to the InMotion store and they just had the mini one that just had speakers. So it kind of sucked. But all right, let's go ahead and get started here, guys. You guys know our channel, of course. We are sitting here at 1.35 million subscribers. Thank you to everybody for that. 640,000 on Twitter, 2.7 million on TikTok, 331K on Instagram, and then here, look at that barbecue. Do you know how much this cost me? There were 3 of us, by the way. That's my son. And then Brian, who went with me, is not pictured. That's a guy that worked at 680 The Fan that just sat with us and hung out with us a little bit. Oh, nice. So he didn't even pitch in on this. That's $260 worth of barbecue.
Good grief.
Can you believe that? Pinkerton's.
World Series, am I right?
Pinkerton's. Yeah, it's great little barbecue spot. But this is where you get like personal pictures that don't really have much to do with crypto about me on dad jokes for the win. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Where's CoinMarketCap? It's not pulled up. Let me pull up CoinMarketCap for y'all. We can look. There was a little bit of a replacement. Yeah, John Deaton interview soon. I'm just gonna probably have to do it. Can we do an interview remote? You think?
An interview remote?
Like for the live stream?
I think so. I'm a little worried about bandwidth. Like if you're,
we'll schedule that. We'll schedule him and Pomp the week that I'm back. I'll actually be on that Monday. I'll be at NASDAQ TV. So
make sure there's something beeping Wednesday in my ear. Let us know if you guys can hear it in the audience, because I think it's just on this computer. But if you're hearing it, that'd be really annoying.
All right. Yeah, I don't hear it. I know that. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. We are going to have John Deaton on the show. It may be a few weeks, though, so we'll see what happens. All right, looking here, Bitcoin, $61,000. This is a level that I've been told that it needs to hold. Needs to hold $61,000. I can't remember who is. Maybe Jeb was making a video from a TA perspective. We got Ethereum at 44.81. Binance Coin at 5.47. Solana at 2.38. Cardano $1.98. XRP $1.18. It got all the way up to $1.20. Polkadot, pretty much new all-time highs, 52.79. What did it get up to yesterday? You know? God, $55 even. Look at that. You see that? $55 exactly.
On the dot.
On the dot. Can you see it on the screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bottom left-hand corner. Well, cool. All right, let's go and look at the overall markets here. We got overall markets coming in at 2.685 trillion. We are down just a shade. 24-hour volume, $137 billion. Bitcoin dominance, 43%. ETH dominance, 19.8%. Did not mean to click that. So Ethereum getting back up to 20%. 75 Paraguays will get you an ETH transaction. Let's look at the biggest gainers of the day here. Biggest gainers of the day. We got IOTEX at 63.27%, up 107%. Yeah, this is a project some guy tried to get me into a long time ago. Look at AMP. Hey, you know what's funny, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Everybody's like, AMP is dead. AMP is dead. Blah, 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 blah. AMP is dead. Oh, look at that. 62% gains this week. Up 25%. What was the all-time high for AMP? See, year to date. Quite a bit higher, I believe. Yeah, 11.8%. Could definitely be on the way to new all-time highs, potentially. I mean, as of right now, at this period where it's at, you could still look at this chart, and you still see that this is a downtrend. I mean, if that was the peak, you got a lower high here. But it does look like we just made a little bit of a higher low. So a little bit of conflicting, information here on the chart, but I'm happy with a 25% pump in a day for sure with AMP. This is a project that we've definitely held on to. We're not letting go of. We like it. We think it's good. We got Ravane coming in 21% up. We got OMG Network at 20%. Cadena, 17.43%. Crypto.com, 13.36%. Now, we'll tell you this. And Elron at 10%. Is that a new all-time high for Elron?
I
think it is.
It might be.
Close.
Pumping last night.
Let's see. Let's look at the year to date.
BJ was texting about it.
Yeah, I mean, the last 24 hours is an all-time high. It was up a little bit higher at 312, about 313. Now it's 311. Basically an all-time high. So pretty good stuff there for Elron. I will tell you guys, crypto.com. I remember the conversation we were having the other day about can it compete with Coinbase and FTX? TJ?
Oh, you're talking to me? Yeah,
I was talking to you.
We were talking about, can crypto.com compete with FTX?
And Coinbase, remember we were having that conversation last week?
Yes.
I've been told the answer to that question is yes. It will continue to become a bigger player by the day.
It feels like it.
And there's also two other exchanges to kind of watch out for. that we know. You know both of these exchanges. They're big in Asia.
Oh, in Asia.
Big in Asia, not as big here, but also Huobi and OKX.
OKX, I was going to guess. Yeah.
But isn't OKX, didn't they get in trouble or something?
They have been in trouble in the past.
Yeah.
But, who hasn't at this point if you're an exchange?
Exactly. Somebody said crypto face Army will crash AMP. Don't do that to me, CF Army. Why'd you do that? We're friends. I'm actually going to see crypto face. He's going to come to our meetup, I think.
Oh, he is. I was going to ask about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, he said he's in Las Vegas for the Netflix stuff.
What about
us to be on the show?
Oh, that's cool. That'll be fun. What about Gemini and Kraken? Do you think they have a chance, or do you think they're going to just be fighting for the scraps?
That's a great question. All I know is neither one of those are any conversation with the people that I talk to.
No, and
that doesn't mean they're not going to succeed, but
sure.
They're not in kind of that.
They're not in the club.
They're not in the club. That's 100% right.
That's the same way I feel when you look at the media attention and the kind of tailwind behind Coinbase, Crypto.com, and FTX. They all seem like they have the nod of approval, where Gemini and Kraken seem to be a little bit on the outside. Like they're not, like you said, not going to fail, not bad, just have a tougher road ahead.
Well, people don't like Jesse Powell. And a lot of people don't like the Winklevoss twins either.
Yep.
I mean, and look, there was in the book Bitcoin Billionaires by Ben Mesrick, absolutely phenomenal book. They talk about how when the Winklevoss twins were trying to get angel investors for a company they were trying to do, that they walked into a meeting at a place, and is it called Palo Alto, California? Is that kind of where?
Yeah.
That's where Silicon Valley is.
Palo Alto.
So they walk in Palo Alto, and they're supposed to meet a guy there to possibly either invest with them or work for them. And basically he showed up and he said, I can't be seen with you guys.
Yeah.
I cannot invest. I want to. I believe in what you're doing. I can't do it because I have a company that I eventually want Facebook to buy. And if I work with you, I'll be nothing in this town.
Yeah. Basically, Facebook blackballed them.
Exactly. Yeah. If they did that. So Facebook has blackballed the Winklevoss twins. So I don't know if that plays into everything. They were very early movers in Bitcoin, so they're billionaires. But it's very, very damning, that section of that book. So all right, let's go ahead and move on here to Q&A.
Yeah. And
also, guys, my voice is wrecked. I've been yelling at the World Series all week. I'm hoping by tomorrow night my voice will be a little better, as I'm not going to be recording a lot after this show.
So we get a lot of questions about the Metaverse today. Which Metaverse projects are you guys looking at? I actually just posted one of these on the Instagram story on the Hit Network. But do you want to list a few?
Yeah. Decentraland, obvious. Like, look, do we own Decentraland?
Not enough. We have, I think
we need to, let's talk to Justin. Let's see if we can pry some land out of somebody's hand.
Okay.
And let's try to invest in it. Like, because look, guys, here's a fact about Decentraland. Digital Currency Group's behind it. So when Digital Currency Group is behind you, you're going to succeed. So Decentraland doesn't get a lot of press really other than price action, but Decentraland is going to be a big player. Outside of that, Sandbox, Blocktopia. I didn't know this, but I think Elio with Superfarm is doing some Metaverse stuff. Seek VR is doing some Metaverse stuff. They've been crushing it lately.
Engine's
obviously one. Sandbox is probably the one we own the most of, I think.
I would think so, yeah.
I haven't looked at the portfolio. It's Sandbox particularly.
Well, that one, it's in a weird place, so I'm trying to track that down right now.
What, our land?
Yeah.
Or the tokens?
Both.
Do we not own any tokens here?
It's in a weird wallet that
over in Australia?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, so we actually don't have that in the portfolio.
Nope.
Okay.
That's why I've been trying to track it down.
Yeah, we'll get that figured out.
And then
Elrond is now past Binance Coin in our portfolio.
Yeah.
Nice. XRP is at 988K, almost $1 million in XRP now. So
we got and then a couple other ones.
Past 8 in our portfolio. A little update for people. Not in what we bought, but just in the overall value, because how much has been pumping. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, I was just gonna throw a couple other ones in there. I think you mentioned Engine, Mana, Sand, and Block. Obviously, Axie Infinity is another one that's gotten a lot of credit lately, and then Alice is kind of a lesser known one that a lot of people are talking about right now.
It's Alice in something, isn't it? Alice.
My neighbor Alice.
My neighbor Alice.
Yeah, Alice is the ticker.
People are mentioning Meta Hero. That's one I've been hearing a lot about. I don't know much about it, but I have been hearing people say. Let me tell you, yesterday, and I talked about this on Pomp Show. I yesterday went to the barbecue you saw in the Instagram photo there, and there were some guys behind me having a conversation about crypto, and I was like, wait a second. My son perked his ear up. He's like, Dad, I think they're talking about crypto. Are you gonna go say something to him? I was like, we were eating, so I finished up eating and stuff, and I walked by him and I did like this and yo, you're talking about crypto? And the guy goes, oh my gosh, it is you. Like he had seen me and I guess probably thought it might have been me, but you just don't expect to see somebody you watch on YouTube out in public. And so I talked to the guys for a while. Very interesting conversation. It's a crypto, I don't know, like a Telegram group or something, and they never met in person, and they were having their crypto meetup, their first ever crypto meetup right there at that barbecue restaurant.
That's crazy.
They just met each other in person for the first time. And so went and talked to him for a while, and they had some really interesting stuff about Metaverse because they're already thinking about Metaverse, which is good stuff that they're newer to crypto and already thinking it. And here's an idea. Do you believe that in these Metaverses, we will have laws? Can you get in trouble in the Metaverse?
For sure. Depends on which one it is. But I mean, if you're talking a centralized one, they'll
even a decentralized one. Like, will these Metaverses have laws?
Well, they'll have community guidelines in terms of service.
Something to think about. Interesting. Yeah. I never thought about that before.
Kind of like, can you get in trouble on Facebook and Twitter? Sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that's a good way to look at it. Like you would have to probably report someone in there for doing something and they could probably get in trouble, I guess. So
yeah.
All right, let's go. More questions.
How do you think sports NFTs will impact or will be impacted in the bear market?
I don't think they will. I mean, to some extent, they probably will, just because the downwards action will be very strong. But, of the overall crypto market, but sports memorabilia has always ran its own course. It has its own cycles, and they're very quick. So I would say, I think that when it comes to sports NFTs, those might be one of the best places to hold value. Could be. I could be totally wrong. Could be.
We got a couple super chats here. One person asking for peak price for Cardano in this run.
I could potentially. Palm said I'm not supposed to give short-term price targets. We've said this entire cycle. This is not short-term. We've said pretty much this entire cycle. We've expected a $10 to $12 Cardano. It has been lagging, but look what just happened to AMP. Think about a 25% increase, or if Cardano were to do what AMP just did a 60% increase in a week, I mean, you could be looking at a $3.30, a new all-time high for Cardano. It can happen very quickly. So we also looked how it took Cardano, 3 steps to get from 3 cents to $1.13 in the 2017 bull run. So I think $10 to $12 is totally feasible for that.
Yep. And last question, why will decentralized metaverses succeed over centralized? And I would say, I think we talked about this a little yesterday. I don't think it's really a either or scenario. I think both will run for a while. It's more about when. What do you think?
I just read that comment from Trail Grinder. He said Cardano's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I think really you're just gonna have more options, and you're gonna be able to have more flexibility within those. And look, Facebook gonna censor everything. Did you see Facebook say they're throwing away everybody's biometric data?
No.
Yeah, they said they're getting rid of, or facial recognition. They're getting rid of all their facial recognition records. Yeah, right.
Interesting. Why? They're trying to do it for a PR move?
Probably. But do you think they're really getting
I was going to say, who believes they're just going to walk in there and hit delete?
Yeah.
They're just going to move it.
So I think that, what you're looking at here is something very, very interesting with the centralized versus decentralized. I can make an argument for both. I think Facebook will succeed. I think Meta will succeed on some level. It's going to have a big head start.
Yeah.
And they're going to be doing everything centralized. So they're going to be able to get the process off easier. But, you're going to have a lot of different options. And why would people want to necessarily flock to Facebook? They're going to take advantage of the current users. But outside of that, it's a tough question, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. So I don't think it's a either or. I would say it's a when. They're both going to run. They're both going to probably succeed for a while. And then over time, people will follow the innovation.
Yeah.
You want to do one more? I know we're kind of over time, but.
It's okay, man. I was fired up for this show, so we need to calm down a little bit.
Will Metaverse coins experience a bear market just like the rest of the coins?
Okay, I want to tell you guys this. Okay, I want you guys to listen to me. The biggest opportunities. Oh, Justin's wife's here.
Huh.
The biggest opportunities in the metaverse is not the coins themselves. Okay. The coins will most likely go through some type of bear market. They're not going to be immune to the bear market. Okay. These are not like the NFTs, where the NFTs might be immune to the bear market. We think they'll experience some downward action, but TJ and I believe differently. He thinks they'll massively drop. I think NFTs have a chance not to massively drop. Okay. But the coins of NFT projects will go through a bear market. Very similar here with Metaverse. The opportunities to make money in the Metaverse are through the virtual land and finding ways to make money inside of the Metaverse.
Yeah.
Okay. Not necessarily in the coins themselves. The coins are offering great returns right now. There's no question about it. But the coins will go through a bear market.
For example, just to put some context there for people, we were having a meeting with Hit Music today.
Okay.
And that was one of the conversations we were having of like, what can you guys do within a metaverse? Because if you think every environment, every stadium, every club, every whatever in the metaverse, it's going to need music. It's going to need somebody to make the music. Somebody's going to get some royalties and some licensing from it. All you have to do is, use a platform, maybe like an Audius or some of those ones that are up and coming, get your music in there in a digital sellable way. And now you can license it through the metaverse and make money for the rest of the time in that metaverse. Now, it's going to take a long time for a lot of that stuff to develop, but that's one example of kind of thinking creatively of how you can get into a metaverse and try to think about making money.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you put that coin everybody's shilling on the ban list?
Yes.
Pomp would be proud. Just kidding. I can't wait to have Pomp back on the show where we can have a calmer conversation.
Yeah.
And we just talk about his thoughts on Bitcoin. I think that'll be really fun. And I'm really interested on his thoughts on Ethereum because I know he owns a lot of Ethereum. Their group does. I don't know how much he talks about it, but Morgan Capital, isn't that what it's called? Or Morgan Creek?
Morgan Creek
Capital.
Yeah.
I think they own a lot of Ethereum. So definitely interesting stuff. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Let's do some charts.
Oh, somebody said Pomp had a 500K Bitcoin thumbnail. I didn't have time to go through and look. I just remembered the $20 million one from recently, but it was someone else that said it, but the thumbnail still did say 20 million. It did have the guy's name on it. That's fair. Okay. So, guys, I did also want to remind you before we get into the charts here, don't forget, if you're coming to our Las Vegas meetup at the Venetian, if you could go ahead and make sure to click on this Eventbrite and sign up. It's free, 100% free. We just want to have a tally of how many people are coming. Hopefully, here it is. You guys can check this out. We'll do the same thing. We'll do pictures and then AMA, and we'll see what else we have there for that. Presented by Cirrus Foundation. So thank you to them. All right, let's look at the Bitcoin chart here. Wow, look at this chart. That's the weekly. Look at the weekly. This is such a strange chart here for Bitcoin. Total sideways action. Have we seen anything like this? Let's go back to 2017 on the weekly chart. Oh, we can't. Yeah, we can. This must be, this is Coinbase. This is not ByBit. All right, so we go to 2017. We look here. I mean, we didn't really experience anything on the weekly chart like what we're seeing now. This is very interesting. To me, this says this is straight accumulation going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the momentum wanting to go up and coming back to the same levels. This is going to be a really solid level of support. This is somewhere between 61 and 61.3. That's a real tight range there. Wow. Unbelievable. It kind of looks like a, I don't know. It kind of looks like a, maybe like a dinosaur. Maybe that's supposed to be a mouth. This is terrible already. It's supposed to drop maybe like a dinosaur. It looks like a Ninja Turtle head. Or what's that game that all the kids play? They used to play like recently with where you're always trying to there's one person that's trying to sabotage everything.
Imposter?
No, it's not called Imposter.
No, Imposter. I used to play it. Among Us.
Among Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of looked like that. All right, so we are still dancing off the top of the EMA ribbon. Pretty good. There's no solid indication right now on what's happening. Where somebody says we're making the cup of the handle, or we're making the handle of the cup here. I mean, you could definitely kind of, you could definitely see the cup for sure. You can see the cup, handle. I'm not even sure which way the handle is supposed to go, to be honest with you. I'm not a cup and handle guy. Hold on, let me grab the handle of my cup. In the Fed. How about that, guys? Look at the Ethereum chart here. Looking at Ethereum, we're coming in kind of the same thing. I mean, what's interesting is as Bitcoin is not the same thing. is Bitcoin has been experiencing this sideways action. Ethereum is on a steady stair climb up. Where did we peak at yesterday? 47? 46.79 here on ByBit. I think someplace we hit 47. We right now, even at 44.79, we are still hanging above the previous all-time high that was right at $4,400. Maybe it was 44.60, whatever it was. We're still hanging above that, and that is definitely good information or good support here. That's what we expected to see with Bitcoin, which was so interesting. We expected once Bitcoin got above 65 for it to hold, and it didn't hold. And I think that's what this accumulation is about right now, is building those support levels for the move up. Because if you really think about the way this is going to work when these whales really start pouring money in to pump the price, there will be retracements, but they don't need it to retrace below a certain spot because that would turn the market bearish, and that's not what they want. They want bullish for a while. So I said they're buying throaty Cody stock.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I'd never heard of it before. And then within about a week, I knew about 6 people that drank it all the time and were telling me I need to drink. Yeah, wow. It was weird. Like the same time you started drinking it, somebody else, and then everybody in the chat knew what it was. And I was like, golly, I'd never even heard of this. Yeah, apparently it's popular.
That is interesting. Yeah. Looking here at the Newple for Ethereum, you can see we're on a steady climb on that as well, which is good news. So I mean, overall, what are your feelings about the market right now?
About just the whole market in general? Pretty good, actually. It feels kind of like what you were saying. We're in an accumulation zone. I'm a little antsy. Like I wish we had seen movement a week or so ago.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm antsy and ready for it means probably everybody is. It's coiling up real tight, and probably means whenever it makes its next move, it's gonna be a dramatic one and be real fast, which should be fun as well. So. Yeah, I think I'm just ready and waiting for either the weekend rip or something to happen where it just rips, for about a week straight.
Yeah, well, I told you guys a few days ago, if you remember correctly, when Ethereum hit 44, whatever it hit, like 44.70, I told you guys that I was told expect many more Ethereum all-time highs very soon. And we've done that over the last 3 or 4 days. So I do think, I was reminded this morning by Mr. X, as we call him. This is this is the main person a lot of information comes from. He said, hey, remember, even while this thing is peaking, there will be moments of accumulation along the way. Do not underestimate how fast Bitcoin can move. We've seen it. We saw it go from 30 to 40 overnight. We saw it go from, I can't remember where, like maybe 56 to 67 in a week or so. Maybe it was 57 to 67 in a week. Can move $10,000 at a time. And the thing is, the higher the price gets, actually, the higher it can move at one time.
Yeah,
you got to flow money in. But what I'm saying is, 10% of 90,000 is much higher than 10% of 60,000. Mm-hmm. So if you get a 10% move, that's a massive move. I don't know if technically that makes sense, but that's why it does when you actually look at it from a candle perspective. That's why the higher the price of Bitcoin goes, the bigger the candles are. The bigger the individual candles are, and you can see that. I mean, if you look at the chart here, if you look at the size of these candles,
there's a baby to your left. Look out the window.
Oh, there's a baby. You want to bring the baby on? Yeah. Let's show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't even do that.
Let's look at Justin's baby.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
Hold it higher.
Don't let her fall.
Dump her.
DJ. You try to wreck them. This is little Emmy. Little Emmy.
Little Emerson.
That is so sweet. What is she wearing? Is that a little teddy bear?
Little teddy bear.
Oh.
Smash the likes if you like babies.
Please, smash the likes. Ben. Oh, for Uncle Ben. That's so sweet. Well, we love babies. We love little Emmy.
Yeah, we got some.
So good. So happy for Justin and his baby. How's the sleep? Okay.
We're good.
They're getting there. I told him.
Yeah, he definitely underestimated that. I would say that.
Elo Brown said the best thing J-Chain's ever made. Viewers right now, 13.7 thousand. Likes, 2727. Decent like number there.
That's my number, 2727.
Is it? Well, my birthday's on the 27th. Maybe that's why we're meant for each other.
We were.
Guys, smash the like button. If you're watching on mobile chat, exit out of the mobile chat, hit the like button, come back in. The show's going to be really long today, for sure. But if you're watching on a smart TV, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, More actions, more options. The Steeler 426 says, nice sex with a woman flex.
Yeah.
If you guys remember, I brought my wife on. I also did the same thing. I had her confirm I'm not a virgin.
There you go. 3 times.
The 3 kids might not have done that.
Yeah.
T-shirt dude says BitBoy is terrible. Thanks. Appreciate that. Such nice comments on the show today. Mostly good comments. All right.
Let's talk Grayscale.
Well, let's actually talk. I want to talk about this really instead. This is the more important news here. We got the Grayscale news. This deserved its own topic.
Yeah, for sure.
I want you guys to remember this. Remember, everyone is pushing this inflation narrative. We've heard it for years in crypto. I want to say guilty of it as well. It makes logical sense. It's going to go up forever. Why? Because they're printing money. I mean, you hear Pomp talk about it. You hear a lot of people. You hear, Carl from the Moon talk about it. You hear people everywhere talk about this money printing. And it makes sense, right?
Well, it was happening.
It was happening. Of course, we were talking about it while it was going on, but we thought it would never end.
Yeah.
Well, look at this right here. Federal Reserve to taper money printing. The Federal Reserve announced its plans to taper its $120 billion a month in bond purchase, taking the first step towards winding down a post-pandemic money printing program that inspired people to buy Bitcoin. Nobody else is giving you this message, guys. No one else. Here's the Fed backing up what I've been telling you. It will reduce the pace of asset purchases by $15 billion a month. It will drop to $70 billion from $80 billion, while government-backed mortgage securities will decline $35 billion a month from $45 billion a month, or to $35 billion. Under the plan, Fed will wind down its purchases. The committee judges the similar reductions in the pace of net asset purchases will be likely appropriate each month. The asset purchases, a form of stimulus funded by newly created money known as quantitative easing, or QE, have helped more than double the size of the Fed's balance sheet since March 2020 to about $8.6 trillion as of last week. Notice they are stacking up money. They are stacking up cash. They have $8.6 trillion of cash. The greatest scheme that the devil ever pulled was convince people it doesn't exist. The greatest scam Federal Reserve ever did was to tell you inflation is coming while they stack up cash, pull the rug out from under you, and now we're in deflation. That $8.6 trillion the government has way more spending power, way more purchasing power, while you're left holding the bag. Remember that. That's why we believe, definitely, if there was ever a cycle to cash out at the top, it's this cycle, 100%. I do believe we could potentially see the worst bear market ever because of this. We've been in inflation. We're moving to deflation. I've shown this example, or I've talked about this many times with my hands. I always like to use my hands. Okay. Bitcoin value going up while US dollar value going down. Now we're going to have Bitcoin value going down while the strength and power of the US dollar will be going up. By the end of the year, this will be setting in. You're already seeing it right now. Somebody said somebody's bullish on Squid Coin. Is that the same thing as Squid? Yeah, Squid Games Coin?
Yeah, the rug pull.
Who buys something called Squid Games Coin?
Yeah. I like this one. Federal Reserve equals Squid Game.
Absolutely. 100%. And look, if you lost money in Squid Games, we're sorry. We don't like it when people lose money, even to scams that may or may not seem to be obvious scams. We don't like people to ever lose money. Grayscale Bitcoin Fund to possibly converted to ETF on December 24th. According to the notice of filing, within 45 days of the date of publication and the notice filed by Grayscale, the commission will approve or disapprove the rule change. Okay. Let me tell you all how this is going to play out. Let's see. The news about the potential conversion was not welcomed pleasantly as the company expected. We all knew this was coming. It says direct exposure is more convenient for retail traders because this would be a spot ETF. Correct?
Sounds like it.
With conversion to ETF, Grayscale's product might receive more interest from investors, which will also bring additional funds to the market. Let me tell you how I can see this playing out. I can see, oh gosh, I can picture it now. I can picture it now. This is on Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Bitcoin peaks out first week of December. Let's say 5 weeks from now. Last week of November, first week of December, whatever it is. We hit 100K. We retrace. It hits like 108K, let's say. It retraces down to like 90K. And the hopium is that on Christmas Eve, we're going to get the spot ETF from Grayscale approved. And then we're going to get the notice. It has been extended. The filing has been extended, and they're not going to make a decision on it. They always push it off to the last possible moment. And that will be the last gasp for Bitcoin. That will be the bull trap that leads you back down towards the bottom. Can you see that playing out?
Yeah, absolutely.
And here's what's even crazier about it. It's going to be Christmas Eve. You're going to have families together, right? Most places are pretty normal after the pandemic at this point. If you live in California or New York, you may not know that, but everywhere else is pretty much normal. Everybody's going to be at Christmas. You're going to have that guy like me and TJ were back in 2017 at Christmas or Thanksgiving telling our families, you got to buy Bitcoin. You got to buy Bitcoin. It's going to be so good. They're going to convince on the morning of Christmas Eve people to buy Bitcoin. We're going to get this news. The price is going to be dropping. And it is going to be an awkward Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
If you think this Christmas dinner will be awkward,
wait till next
Wait till next year's. Wait till next year's after you convince them to buy the top. So,
Yep.
All right. I can see that playing out. Here's more about today. I sent a letter to Gary Gensler. This Tom Emmerstuff is interesting. I sent a letter to Dirty Gary with his Block Caucus co-chair, Representative Darren Soto, about Bitcoin ETFs. Doesn't make sense that Bitcoin futures ETFs are allowed to trade, but Bitcoin spot ETFs are not. You got he's a congressman. Is he a congressman or a senator?
I don't know.
If you're a representative, that's a congressman, I believe. Let's look at his page here. Yeah, he's a congressman to Minnesota. I've heard this is a really good human being for crypto. I don't know what the rest of his life is about. Maybe good, maybe not. I don't know any to talk about this. A great guy in the world of crypto. This is a tried and true guy, from what I've been told. This is somebody that really believes that crypto is the future, and he's looking out for us, which is pretty interesting. So I think we can get this guy on the channel. By the way.
Oh, nice.
He did a show with somebody. We've done a show before. And actually this was dangled in front of me to do an interview with him. I never told you about it. But there had to be a process to get him on. Let's go ahead. Let's try to, after this, because I think this is interesting stuff. Let's try to get him on the channel here in a few weeks.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I'll go through my source there and see what happens. So he said the Senate and the House equals Congress.
I think he meant.
Is that true?
The Senate and the House.
I always think it's Senate and Congress. But House of Representatives, I guess he's right. Congress is both together.
Yeah.
Sorry, I failed that class. Just kidding. I got 100 in that class. But yeah, so that does definitely make sense. Somebody says they're a bit concerned about my voice issues. I'm also concerned about my voice issues, but this is what happens when your team goes to the World Series and you go to every game.
I was going to say, it's not every day that you yell at 5 straight games till 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
Those are so many late nights.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to even go to our new courtside Hawks tickets.
Exactly. I was talking about everybody kept asking me like, oh, why did Ben go and you didn't? And it was like the simple answer is I literally didn't have enough energy. I would have been exhausted.
Yeah.
And the thought of getting on another flight and staying out till late at night again and then flying back, I was just like, and then flying to Vegas tomorrow. I was like, you know what? I'll sleep and watch it at home.
Shannon says, I've had throat issues for months. I understand the concern. My voice has permanently changed, I believe.
Yes.
I think it has deepened, which is very interesting. At 38 years old. Now I'm 39. But my voice had actually been doing really well for the last 6 weeks to 8 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So this definitely is a little bit of a setback, but I can't help but yell. I'm a yeller.
I'm a passionate guy.
I'm an old yeller.
One of my favorite, I don't know if I showed
don't
this
put me
to
down.
you. One of my favorite comments I saw somebody say is, Ben's not yelling, he's just carrying loudly.
That is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Caring loudly. And I just can't help, I know I'm not supposed to yell, but I still do it. All right. Friday's 540 Ethereum options expiry favors traders with targets at 5K. This is very bullish right now for Ethereum. You guys know the first Friday of the month, not really a huge play when it comes to, pushing the market in a certain direction. But Ethereum bulls are very pleased with 368% gains accrued so far in 2021. It seems like not a day passes where the altcoin doesn't hit a new all-time high. Even with Ether on the path to $5,000, there are still plenty of concerns about the network's capability to absorb the strong demand coming from decentralized finance and the NFT sector. In addition to this, competing networks offer interoperability with major DeFi projects. They've been gaining adoption, both in TVL and market share of smart contracts or on smart contracts. Solana rallied to a new $236 record high, surpassing Cardano. See, where is that right now? Yeah, Solana is well ahead of Cardano at this point, $6 billion ahead. Binance Coin continuing to grow here, 91 billion. Ethereum 530. Ethereum is closer than ever to 50% of Bitcoin. Very close. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Where were we at? All right. By managing to stay ahead of the competition and creating a path to solve the scalability problem, Ethereum has lured some heavy investors. Now, we've got a video. I don't know if it's coming out today. Maybe it is. Somebody said I'm finally hitting puberty. Thank you. Guys, we're doing a video, I think today on Ethereum. I think it's today. It may not be though, where we're going to talk about Ethereum getting involved in the metaverse specifically. Vitalik has said he wants to create crypto cities. So very interesting stuff. And I think that, don't sleep on Ethereum in this metaverse race. So definitely something to look at because we know they've got DeFi and NFTs, but if Ethereum is the leader on those as well, metaverse as well, definitely something to watch. Here are the 4 likeliest scenarios, somewhere between 43 and 4,400. That's actually a balanced result between the bears and the bulls. 4,400 to 4,600, 60 million favoring the bulls. 46 to 47 would be 85 million favoring the bulls, and above $4,700, the net result is complete dominance. So right now, the price of Ethereum is coming in at $44.95. So in that second range.
Is that right? Oh yeah, okay. Mine wasn't refreshed.
$44.95. What did you have?
I had 45 something. But now I have 44.89.
Okay. Let's see what I have. 44.89. We're finally in sync. It's nice.
Yeah. Our cycles are aligned.
Okay. Just read a pretty funny comment. Okay, let's see here. Whales shovel 1.8 billion in Ether. We'll get to Solana in a second. You can keep it running. After coin hits a new all-time high after Ethereum hit a major peak, Whales transacted more than $1.8 billion worth of Ethereum. According to data by Whale Alert, over the past 17 hours, Whales have pushed more than an astounding $1.8 billion worth of ETH into their wallets. This was a massive transaction, over $1 billion worth. For other transfers, they carry 10,000 to over 25,000 ETH. Or were made between anonymous Ethereum wallets. I got a feeling I know who a few of those anon wallets are. So here we go. Let's didn't we cover this story yesterday?
I don't remember.
We did talk about this yesterday. Solana versus Cardano. Now, if you guys remember, let me just go over the highlights of this story. It's not the exact same one, but it's pretty much what we talked about yesterday. Cardano has been more valuable than Solana, but that changed with Cardano retreating over the past month and Solana on fire. Cardano and Solana are positioning themselves as viable replacements for Ethereum with their ability to process more transactions. Ethereum shift to proof of stake in the coming months may eat away at some of the advantages of its rivals, but it's a market with room for many winners. Now, speaking of winners, when you really look up here at the top 10, it is starting to look like Solana has staying power. And that may be like a really obvious thing to you, right? It's at number 4, okay? However, when we go back and we look at the historical chart of the top 10, you often see projects get into the top 10 and then get shoved down quickly. Some of those projects include Shiba Inu, obviously. Uniswap at one time I think was 5 or 6. Chainlink got all the way I think to number 4. Litecoin, a stalwart in the top 10.
BCH.
Bitcoin Cash was number 3 I think at one time, definitely number 5. Maybe it didn't get all the way to 3, but it was number 5 at one point. Stellar was in the top 5 at one point.
Tron.
Filecoin peaked into the top 10. Tron was like number 5 at one point. Crypto.com got into the top 10. I think it peaked out at 7 or 8. And these are all just over the last few years. These are over the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Trying to look at it. Tezos was in the top 10. Monero was in the top 10.
I thought so. Yeah.
EOS was number 4 at one point.
Did you see the article? Their CTO came out. I think it was their
Neo
CEO
was in the top 10. Yeah.
And said EOS is basically a failed project at this point. Their CEO said that of EOS.
Wow.
Yeah, like basically admitted like
Same thing we've been saying.
Yeah, it was a failure.
So anyways, Bitcoin SV was a top 10 project. The point is, you get a lot of these projects that peak up in the top 10, and we're not sure if they have the staying power. I think Solana probably does.
Yeah, feels like it.
We know Binance Coin does. We know Cardano does. We know XRP does. Outside of that, we don't really know. We don't really know out of all of these projects, because Cardano, XRP, Ethereum, obviously, and Binance Coin, those are the 4 that have been in the top 10 for the longest amount of time. So Cardano's slipping, but still definitely ahead of XRP, and a big gap between number 9 and number 6 here. So Cardano will be staying in the top 10. I don't see it going anywhere else. Royals Rowie says Solana won't go anywhere thanks to its NFTs. So now you guys may remember when I talked about Solana, basically, did you see the thing with Chamath, by the way, on Solana? It's very dicey stuff. Let me pull it up. Mac and Cheesy posted this. Do you guys remember when I was telling you that Solana is pretty much all propped up by billionaires, and it's all marketing and it's all hype? The project itself has great tech and it's going to do good things, okay? But the price rise that we've seen is extremely unnatural. It's actually upset some people in the world, is what I'll tell you, with how much it's risen. Basically, Solana is either going to be given the green light or no to be able to continue this massive run, and there are people that will be making those decisions, okay? I've been telling you guys that for weeks, okay? Let's see what Mac and Cheesy had to say about this. Mac and Cheesy. How do I spell it? Do we know how to spell Mac and Cheesy? Mac and Cheesy. He spells it real weird. Maybe it's with an S. I think it's A-S. Mac and, no, that's not him. Does somebody look?
Yeah, I'm trying.
I can't find it. I thought about this morning. I really wanted to show this. I'm looking to see if anybody else is putting in the chat.
Is it?
No, that's not right. TikTok makes it so hard to find people. Here he is. Yeah, here we go. Okay. All right. I want you guys to listen to this. We love Mac and Cheese, by the way. He's an awesome dude.
Manipulating this. Watch this video about billionaires manipulating this. Somebody just made a $20 million.
Sorry.
Watch this video about billionaires manipulating the Solana price. This is ridiculous.
That's where you're hiding all that Solana in your fucking under your eyes. Jesus. You better clear that Solana position. What's your lockup? 24 months? Fuck no. He's trying to sell it to me in text message. Yeah, of course he is. We're negotiating discounts. I just had the fact.
Hey, you're fucking the whole thing up.
Bro, you don't think
I'm hodling.
You think I buy hundreds of millions of dollars of anything without a discount? Everything is a discount. Everything's discounted. You want to clear that position in an LLC?
Are you saying I got $1 billion to Solana?
No, bro, I'm saying I have one. But, I brought it at a discount.
But you're holding, correct?
Ish.
Ish. Okay. Yeah, me too.
Ish. I mean,
Watch this video.
Chamath basically tells you he has $1 billion worth of Solana, and he didn't pay $1 billion for it. There is a lot of sketchy stuff going on behind the scenes with Solana, with Digital Currency Group, with Sam Bankman-Fried. There's a lot of sketchy stuff going on with this price. But remember, guys, hey, I can call it out, and I can tell you what's going on, and I can show you, Mac and Cheesy can show you what's going on. But at the end of the day, swim with the whales. At the end of the day, we don't like how it's happening, but you could certainly, be making money. Somebody said this guy looks like someone I want to be taken seriously. I think that was a joke about Mac and Cheesy. Guys, he's young, okay? Kids today don't look like they should be on CNBC, and that's okay.
And they don't care what you think about how
Also,
they look either.
That's right.
Yeah. Smart guy. He knows his stuff.
Yeah. Somebody said, didn't Chamath get it when it was like $5? Yeah, of course. I'm sure he did. What he's saying is, what you have to understand about this market and these whales and these OTC deals, they're not paying the same price you're paying. The game is rigged.
Right.
100%. All of these guys have a ton. Did you see how uncomfortable it got in that video?
Yeah.
It got extremely uncomfortable. That should tell you everything you need to know about what's going on with Solana price. But hey, we're loaded up on it.
Yeah.
you know, we're going to make money. We actually paid the actual dollar amount that, we paid. Now we bought it at much cheap, like a much lower price because the price was lower, but
we bought it on exchange just like everybody else.
Yep, absolutely. We bought it just like you did. Now we do some private sales. We get private sales where we get seed investor rounds and stuff like that. But, we let you guys know, and we do stuff like that a lot of times. We don't cover a lot of the stuff we're invested in. I guess a better way to say that. Okay, here we go. Speaking of Solana, FTX Back Studio explains why Solana is better for game developers. You guys can read this article. I'm not going to get into this one. I'm going to move on to the next topic. But, look, the thing about, you have to understand, when I talk about Solana, number one, it's our, fifth biggest holding right now. Maybe, yeah, it's our fifth biggest holding. That doesn't mean I'm not good with you buying it and making money with it, okay? All I'm just telling you is I'm trying to expose the way that this market really works so you understand. That's it, okay? Swim with the whales. The tech for Solana is great. I've known that since the beginning. Me and TJ both have talked about how great Solana is from the beginning. One of our main researchers that works with, our academy and stuff like that, huge on Solana and has been since it was like $1 or less, okay? So, don't misconstrue the message here. I know a lot of messages get construed. You can certainly make money with it, and we're making money with it, but there is sketchy stuff. The price rise for Solana compared to everything else in the top 100, not natural. You look at Axie Infinity, for instance. Axie Infinity, gigantic gains, but look how that's tracked along with the NFT market. Even though the gains seem unnatural, it fits along with that niche. When you look at Solana outrunning all the smart contract platforms, it's a little strange.
Yeah, and just remember, this is crypto. It's still the Wild West. There's not a lot of regulations here, and there's not a lot of restrictions on these big billionaires like there are in traditional markets. And the way they got to be billionaires was taking advantage of all the opportunities they could, and they're still doing that. So it's not illegal. It's just the way it is. It's kind of like what Ben's saying. There's nothing right, wrong, whatever. Right. It just is what it is, and you have to swim with the whales at this point. That's the best action you can take.
Absolutely. That's what we like for you guys to do. All right, let's go ahead and move on here. KuCoin launches virtual office in the Blocktopia Metaverse. According to the exchange, the Meta office will allow users to decorate cyberpunks, interact with virtual furnishings, as well as chat and speak to each other in the virtual environment. And I think this is something we got into when I was talking to those people at Crypto Meetup yesterday. Which I give their name shout outs. I don't remember their names. No offense to them. I don't even know if they told me their names. But it was a really cool conversation. It was only about 5 minutes, but I got a lot out of it. And we were talking about, you're going to be working in the metaverse, doing whatever job you're doing now, but you'll be sitting in the metaverse doing it.
Yep.
Is that insane or what?
Yep.
So KuCoin will be opening a virtual office inside of a skyscraper, inside the skyscraper from the decentralized metaverse Blocktopia. I am wearing underpants, by the way. Somebody sent that.
Wait, can you say that again?
I am wearing underpants.
Perfect.
I don't say underpants though. I guess I would say underwear. I wear boxer briefs.
Don't say draws.
I don't say drawl. Got my lucky drawls on. No, I don't say that. In a Tuesday announcement, I just want to be clear here. I don't like to be mischaracterized. People saying I'm not wearing underpants.
Well, I'm putting that on the Instagram story right now, so don't worry. Everybody will know. That's why I need you to say it again.
I'm not saying it again.
Well, I already got it now.
You mother chucker. Also, sorry about the language in that video. I forgot there were so many F words from those guys. We like to keep that stuff off the channel, but I thought that was definitely a very good interview for you guys to see. In a Tuesday announcement, KuCoin said it would be joining the Metaverse by launching an office inside Blocktopia's platform. Designed as a skyscraper, virtual building has 21 different levels in recognition of the total supply of 21 million Bitcoin. Expected to house other content creators, including Polygon and Avalanche. According to the exchange, the Meta office will allow users to decorate cyberpunks, interact with virtual furnishings, as well as chat and speak to each other in the virtual environment. KuCoin has seemingly adopted a metaverse-friendly business model, offering support for Blocktopia's native token Block, as well as the utility token for Dreams Quest. Now, I think... Oh man, I got to wonder about this. Do you know what our deal is with Blocktopia?
No.
They're like partners, or we did a sponsored video with them or something.
I don't know.
Again, we work with Blocktopia, so I want to be very clear about that before I say what I'm about to say. Blocktopia is making big moves right now.
They are.
When you look at KuCoin opening a virtual office inside of inside of their metaverse, and it's brand new. this is definitely something to watch. I think this could easily develop into the number 3 metaverse project behind Decentralized and Sandbox. And Sandbox development, look, we love Sandbox. We have the most land of anywhere on Sandbox. What I will tell you is it's been extremely slow.
Yeah.
Actually getting it going. The game is not open for Sandbox yet.
And that's what I keep trying to remind everybody. This is not going to develop as fast as you think it is. Like what you're picturing in your head, it's going to take a long time before there's actual playable metaverses. Maybe not, probably 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. Not forever, but definitely not next year.
But that's why it's such a big opportunity right now.
Exactly.
This getting early in metaverse right now would be like getting in Bitcoin in 2011.
Yes.
That's about where I feel like we are with the metaverse. 2011 hasn't even been through a full cycle yet. Okay. That's why I keep telling you guys this is such a big thing. BitBoy talk about Santa Coin. People are showing that one everywhere. You seen that one? It went up like 400 or 500% yesterday.
Yikes.
I don't know anything about the Santa Coin, but it sounds like a Squid Games to me.
Yeah.
I would be very careful with that. But Mac Lorden on TikTok and Brian Ross on TikTok, they made a bunch of money with it. So good for them. I'm not saying they're bad people for buying it. I don't know anything about Santa Coin. All I know is feels kind of similar, to the Squid Game. So be careful with that stuff. But it is doing well from a price perspective.
Yeah. They're probably trying to take advantage of the holiday spirit.
And look, guys, I'm not, I know people come in here and they show meme coins and they show this stuff all the time. We don't reference 90% of what goes in there. But the fact that there are some, look at Damon in there talking about it. There are some people that have big accounts on TikTok that are talking about it. Thought I'd just give my 2 cents opinion with doing zero research about it. It feels, Santa Coin, yay. Guys, Santa Coin, really? Like Squid Games, really? I don't know. So I would not buy it. So if somebody says I should ask Pomp first if I can talk about it. That's going to be a pretty good radio. That was a fired up interview. I got so fired up today.
Yeah.
Man, it was so fun. Man, I was fired up when we got off that interview. Okay. Games represent 55% of blockchain use in October. Nothing surprising here. Blockchain powered games currently represent most of the activity in the DApp industry. Now, why is this? Why is this? What is this?
They put weird stuff in the base.
Turbo 1080? I'm not reading that out loud.
No.
How to buy land in Metaverse video. We talk about Metaverse in the Ethereum video this week. When I get back from Vegas, we're going to start going really hard on Metaverse stuff. We'll be having at least a video a week on the Metaverse.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. Because look, guys, we're still trying to figure it out. We're ahead of the game on it, but we're still trying to figure out, I know how I'm making money in it. We got a ton of land. I want to know how you're going to make money in it. And that's what I want to talk about and dig into, show you guys some ways or maybe give you some ideas to do it. But it doesn't surprise me that the blockchain gaming is taking up such a big percentage. Why? Well, because you have to do more actions on a game. And any action on a blockchain is a transaction. So if you're thinking about trading or you're thinking about playing like some kind of, I don't know, do they have MMORPGs on blockchain? Was that right?
Close enough. Massive online multiplayer is what you're going for?
So it's like MMPORG or MPORG?
Massive multiplayer online platform is MMOP. I think that's what you're referring to.
No, there's one that ends with a ORG, I think, isn't there?
There's RPG. Oh, there it is. Yeah. This is what you're talking about?
Yeah, more.
Yeah, massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
ORPG. Yeah, I think I was pretty. Did I say that? Is that what I said?
I think so.
Yeah, I was pretty close.
MMORPG.
Do they have those on blockchain?
I don't know.
What kind of games do they have on blockchain right now?
They have card-based, like Axie
the card-based
Infinity.
games.
It's the card-based games, strategy games.
The gambling games too.
Yeah, gambling, betting, or a lot of that.
Axie Infinity.
Yeah.
What kind of game is Axie Infinity, would you say?
I haven't played it, but I think it's turn-based.
Turn-based. See, I hate turn-based games.
I'm not a big turn-based game.
Turn-based games are what had turned me up. First-person shooters and turn-based games are what really kind of pushed me away from gaming. I don't like any of those games.
Yeah.
I think Fortnite is a little I'm not in love with playing Fortnite, but I prefer the third person over the first person
shooters.
Yeah. If I had to pick, but I'm all sports games and Mortal Kombat. Okay. So this doesn't surprise me. Axie Infinity is the most played game. Also not surprising. Splinterlands was another main contributor. Binance Smart Chain also starting to get in on the action. I know this sounds crazy, but I think I want to buy some Axie Infinity.
Hmm.
Because I don't know if did you see that video I did where it showed that it's the most predictable coin during this bull run so far?
Do you think
Or
it's
is it
a-
number 2? Luna was number 1. All I'm saying is, even though we don't own any Luna pretty much, and we don't own any Axie Infinity, and the other one was Teller, Tellor, it's Decentralized Oracles. Now, Polygon and Avalanche were on that list. We got big holdings on those. We don't have any of the other 3. What they were saying is they're the most predictable. So, like, they have the highest average amount of gains during every move. So it may not be too late to get into some of those. So
It could. And then I wonder if you could argue the inverse point. It'll have the most predictable and biggest moves to the downside once we're in a bear market.
definitely could. Definitely
So,
could.
either way, yeah, we could either look at scooping some right now before the top or go hard in the bear market.
I always that was so funny what Pump was trying to pin me down on the Bitcoin video I did. Where we did a video saying the worst time ever to buy Bitcoin is back in, I don't know when it was, September, August, something like that. He's trying to pin me down on, you told people not to buy Bitcoin. No, that's not what I said. What I said was in that video, and this applies here too, okay? The risk versus reward at the end of a bull run pales in comparison to the low risk, high reward of buying in a bear market. The entire intention of that video was to explain to you why, because I know people in my life that are newer to crypto that want to pile in right now, and they can make some money, but they might miss the top. And if you miss the top, it's so much better if you took that same capital and bought much later in the bear market when we're closer to the bottom.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, it's very easy to understand. If you look at people who bought Bitcoin at $10,000 in 2017 and it went up to 20,000, great. But look at the people that bought at the bottom of that cycle, 3,200 to 67,000. The gains are so much higher when you wait until the bear market. So that's why, like, even though like I understand the predictability of these coins and I'd like to own them, the risk versus reward is just better to just say you missed them,
Right,
and get them in the bear market.
So basically what you're saying to summarize, like for Axie, what we were just talking about, we could buy some now and maybe it doubles or triples and we
Right.
happen to hit the top and sell it just right in this really tight window, or we just wait, let it correct, and we know we're going to get a good entry point and we accumulate when we feel like it's, a clear bear market.
Absolutely.
And then there's very little downside, but there's a much higher upside.
By the way, I see what happened on our rundown.
Oh.
See, the last one says Feds to taper.
You just
On
put-
mine over here, it says the last one's Flare ecosystem updates.
Gotcha.
So we already covered the taper and money printing.
We did.
So if you were waiting on that, go back and watch the first segment when we were at Grayscale Bitcoin Fund. That's when I talked about that. That was the miscommunication with our setup here today. So we'll just move. We'll cover the last story. Thank you, Izzy Boss. He said he missed me. I will be gone tomorrow as well. Okay. But anyways, Crypto.com co-ops with esports host Twitch Rivals for global crypto outreach. The multi-year partnership aims to increase local crypto adoption in the esports landscape across the globe. Twitch Rivals, an esports tournament host featuring Twitch streamers and pro gamers, has onboarded crypto trading platform Crypto.com as a global marketing and crypto platform partner. This multi-year partnership will see Crypto.com as an official partner of Twitch Rivals in the Asia Pacific region, aiming to increase local crypto adoption in the esports landscape. With well over 1 billion gamers worldwide, fans of gaming and esports are digital natives for whom crypto is inevitable. The deal also, can you get rid of that one guy that keeps saying that same comment over and over again? Up. No, not that one. Not crypto.
No, I
face.
know. I'm not crypto face.
That one right there. You were just hovering over.
Yeah,
it.
I got it.
Yeah. The deal also entitles Crypto.com to have category exclusivity, in-stream branding segments, media placement, and activations at Twitch events, starting with Twitch Rivals, a 2-day event to be hosted in Las Vegas on Thursday. In addition, Twitch Rival will feature Crypto.com branded advertisements. They're going hard on this. I've been told they will continue to be a big player in the game. Blockchain will enable more play to earn that will enable more players to actually earn content, own content, and we think it's going to grow the industry quite a lot. Dujay also said, I guess that's how you say it, or Duguyit, I think it's Dujay probably, has also said that Ubisoft, is that how you say that?
No.
Ubisoft.
You have
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Yep.
Is working working with small chain blockchain companies to understand the technology impact on the gaming industry, and we want to be one of the key players here. Twitch previously added a tipping feature back in December 2019, allowing users to tip streamers with a US dollar peg stablecoin called Mina Cash. As part of the deal, viewers can use the Mina Pay mobile app to view Twitch streams and tip their favorite players in real time. In addition, blockchain-based internet browser Brave also supports crypto tipping on streaming platforms such as Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. See a lot of people saying that one time I said stupid Shiba holders. I may have. And if I said that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shiba holders. You're much smarter than me. I would still say the people that invest in Shiba early on, well, they're not. I said this on Palm Show. They're not super crypto savvy, but they've done much better than me. So good on them. And I think that that's the thing is I've really realized through all of this with Shiba is, a lot of us think we know what's going on, and we don't always. We do our best. We try to make the best calls that we try to make. We try to say what we believe 100%, and sometimes we're wrong. And with Shiba, we've all been wrong. That doesn't mean that that top address isn't going to sell all his coins tomorrow. He couldn't because of the liquidity, but it doesn't mean that he's not going to do that and dump the price. It could happen. Price of Shiba, I think it's down. It may have peaked already. Who knows? Dogecoin peaked back. We don't know if Dogecoin will get back to new all-time highs. But, I think it's really cool, in my opinion, what some of these meme coins have done in terms of making us all look like idiots. That's really what crypto is about, is community. And when you have a lot of these coins and a lot of these communities that kind of defy logic and they make money, good on them. I have no problems with people making money in crypto anyway, but scamming people. People that are behind the scams, I have no sympathy for them at all, and I hope they get what's coming to them down the road. But, we're free and we're flexible up here to change our opinions on things. And I've said, if Shiba Swap comes out and it does really well, then who knows? My opinion on Shiba may turn down in the future. But I think the thing is it's frustrating. It's kind of like this. I get so mad when I watch sports shows because they're always downing my teams. They're always saying the Braves have no chance. They're saying the Falcons have no chance. People are kind of bullish on the Georgia Bulldogs this year. They said the Hawks had no chance. And I get so frustrated with it because I feel like they're always taking a crap on my city. You know what I mean? Did you know not one person out of 40 on ESPN picked the Braves to win the World Series? Did you know only one person picked the Braves to beat the Brewers in the first round, which we beat them 3-1? And it's so frustrating from my end to watch this, but these are just people making judgments and making opinions, and sometimes they're totally wrong, and they're doing the best with the information that they have. But we all have a lot of internal biases sometimes. And you guys know, I don't love meme coins. I don't like meme coins. I think that I like the communities behind them, but they're just too easy to make. And if you look at the number of scams and rug pulls that have been out there, what's the number one primary niche they've been in? Meme coins, and I would also add finance coins to the list over the DeFi summer of last year, okay? So the fact is, a lot of these people have proved us wrong. Doesn't mean that the coin is anything different than what we've said, but they made money with it and they've done well. So if I did say that, which sounds like probably I did, a lot of people are saying it, then I'm sorry. I don't ever want to talk down to people in crypto. Scammers I'll talk down to, and I have a lot of opinions. I say a lot of stuff. I'll talk down to people sometimes. It's just, I've got a sharp tongue. But if I did say that, sorry about that. Turbo 1080 says Braves had a great story this year after having the All-Star game taken. Yeah, you know what? They spited everybody. That's what the Shiba people have done. They spited everybody. Everybody's called them idiots all year. It's literally the number one gaining coin of the year. So congratulations if you invested in it. I would say, don't invest in it right now. Maybe I'm proven wrong again. But don't invest in anything at all-time highs. Now, it has had a retracement, I think. Just real quick, I'll look at it and see what it's at. Let's see. What is the peak? Yeah, it's at a huge retracement. Right here on my birthday. It was at 0.0008719. Right now, it's about half that. So it's down almost 50% over the, since it peaked out. What is the 7-day on it? 7-day on it doesn't really say. Let me go to Coin Paprika real quick. Because I would say at this point, it actually, with it being 50% of its all-time highs, who knows? Who knows? It could have more room to go. But I like looking at this site. So over the last week, it's down 31%. Over the last 24 hours, it's down 25%. Is this because that wallet was moving stuff around? I'm not sure. Will it continue to prove us wrong? I'm not sure. But all I know is it is the best performing coin of the bull run. So congratulations if you owned it. And if I called you stupid, well, then I'm the idiot. So, all right, guys, that is all that I got for today. Wait, did we not cover the Flare story?
I don't think so. Well,
Where is it? Is it on the list?
it's on the rundown.
It's not here. It's not on here. Well, I got to give my XRP people their show real quick. They're going to be mad if I don't do it.
Well, then I'll pull the music back out.
Yeah, pull the music back out. Sorry, I got to give you the Flare Network show, right? If I can find it. Which one was it? Going to expand their DeFi ecosystems.
Was it on? Let me look.
Yeah, is it on the Trello card?
Let me look. All that picture.
Oh, here it is. This is it. This is it. Oh, Alliance Block. We were invested in that private sale. Sorry, guys. XRP Army, I got to give you your due. I'm not going to leave with leaving my XRP Army out to dry. So really, really sorry about that. I know we thought we were done, but blockchain tech firms Alliance Block and Flare integrate technologies to expand their DeFi ecosystems. The two seek to improve their blockchains with each other's tech, from cross-chain bridges to decentralized exchanges to Oracle networks. Alliance Block, a blockchain tech firm that seeks to bridge gap between DeFi and traditional finance, announced a partnership with fellow blockchain tech entity Flare. And I tell you what, we have a really big XRP video coming from you guys with several updates that are going on around Flare Network, around XRP, around their ODL services in the Asian region. So Flare claims its Layer 1 or blockchain protocol improvement tech can bring smart contracts to cryptos such as Ripple, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Algorand, and Stellar Lumens. In addition, Flare is also a decentralized Oracle network that seeks to enable blockchains to access real-world data in smart contract execution. Alliance Block brings its cross-chain interoperability. It's got a DEX. Y'all don't care about Alliance Block right now. Y'all care about Flare Network. Hugo Filion, Flare's co-founder and CEO, said that following in regards to the capabilities, Flare ecosystem is being built to unlock the value inherent in the 65% of blockchains that do not have native smart contracts by bringing for the first time true trustless usage of those tokens with scalable smart contracts. So I tell you what's been going on with Flare, Songbird, and XRP and Ripple Labs itself, all this stuff is just ticking on, and I can't wait to see where this is going to end up. So they want me to box Pomp. Pomp's younger than me.
He is?
Yeah. I think he's like 30.
I thought you guys were pretty similar. I mean, he might be like 36,
I
37.
was going to say 34, 35.
Oh,
He's
wow.
younger than you think. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he looks old.
No.
I'm just saying, let's see.
I guess mid-30s is a pretty...
Because I think when he came on Beards and Bitcoins, he was 29, I think. He's 32. That's right, 32. I thought he was closer to my age. He's actually much younger than me.
Yeah.
7 years younger.
He's like my age.
Look, whoa. Y'all see something here? Look at this. Pomp height, 5'9". Hey, guys. He's exactly average male American height. So good on him. They say approximately. He might be 5'9" and a half. He might be tall. So that's my height. 5'10". I'm 5'10". I wear shoes. All right, guys. That's all I got for today. It's been a great show today. Thanks for watching. I'll be back on Monday with a remote stream, but I'll be on Around the Blockchain today. So y'all see me more. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.